threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Hey, Kim, you look in my ear, make sure it ain't got reptile stuff in there.
I think I need to look in your throat.
That monster got me hard. Woo!
Okay.
It hit me good.
Welcome to the podcast.
You need to be doing
Saying
this over.
some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. We're doing good.
I'm
What
not
are
asking
we
us.
talking about, Kobe? I'm going to take over.
Okay. Well, today we thought that there's reptiles around.
There are.
Some of them are good. Like a lizard, like a normal lizard.
Yeah.
Not like the people lizards.
No, the little ones are fine.
They're cool.
Fun to
Chameleons,
catch. Yeah.
geckos. What else they got?
That's all I know.
Iguanas? I don't know. Those are cool.
Those are way cool.
But the kind that try to take over the damn world, they frustrate me.
They do. And they want you to be frustrated.
They feed off of it.
Feed off from your frustration.
That's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Reptilians.
Before we talk about lizards and reptiles, let's talk about how difficult prepping can be.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to remember. You got to remember water. You got to remember food.
I'm done. I can't remember
You gotta
anymore. That's it.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to remember.
Yeah.
And get together, but you can't forget self-reliant medical care.
Yeah.
It's super important.
It is.
And there's a really easy way to have it ready to go. You just get the Prepper's Medical Handbook by noted wilderness medicine expert and survivalist William W. Forgy. MD provides the basis of prevention, identification, and long-term management of survivable medical conditions and tells you when to return to the grid and what to do when you can't.
Okay.
It really is like one of my top 5 books to have in my bug-out bag.
Oh, for sure.
Or in my library at home. Because it's just like to the point of the things you're going to encounter when you try to do it on your own. It's really organized. It even helps you put together your own FAQ. It's just a great book. And it's one of my favorites. You need to go get it. It's called the Prepper's Medical Handbook, and you can get it at preppersmedicalhandbook.com or no more.
You can get it there. It just takes you to Amazon.
Oh, okay. Just go to Amazon, search Prepper's Medical Handbook, and your life will be complete.
Beautiful.
Do it.
Cameron, we've got a conspiracy theory today that is quite interesting.
It is interesting.
Reptilians.
The more we dug into it, I'm like,
yeah,
wow, I know a lot of reptiles.
There's so many reptiles. So let's talk about this. What is the reptilian conspiracy theory that's out there? So, reptilians. So they go by a lot of different names, and this is where it might get a little confusing to people. Reptoids, lizard people.
I got a shooter's case of reptoids.
Archons, reptiloids.
I like that one.
Saurians, or draconians.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they are supposed reptilian humanoids. They play
some of those names.
I know.
Man. What the hell are you, some kind of saurian?
Oh, you have Archon, huh?
Draconians over there trying to get me involved. I don't want to.
They play a prominent role in fantasy, science fiction, ufology, but conspiracy theories, and that's kind of where we're going today, right?
They're kind of the tippy top of like
they kind of
all of it.
Yeah. Conspiracy theorists claim shape-shifting reptilian aliens control Earth by taking on human form and gaining political power to manipulate human societies.
Well, that makes it hard to know who they are.
It does, and that's why it's so hard to stop them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no way.
There's no way. I don't think there is. Also, alien abduction narratives, sometimes allege contact with reptilian creatures. One of the earliest reports was that of Ashland, Nebraska police officer Herbert Shermer.
I like it.
Yeah, he under hypnosis recalled being taken aboard a UFO in 1967 by humanoid beings with a slightly reptilian appearance who wore a winged serpent emblem on the left side of their chests.
That sounds cool.
I guess.
Did he make up any drawings of the
I don't know.
emblem?
I didn't
so
see.
we can recognize it?
That would be cool. You get it on a t-shirt. You know what I mean? So here's the basics of what this is. These are blood-drinking, flesh-eating, shape-shifting, extraterrestrial reptilian humanoids with only one objective in their cold-blooded little heads.
Sounds like a song.
To enslave the human race.
Yeah.
They are our leaders, our corporate executives, our beloved Oscar-winning actors and Grammy-winning singers. They're responsible for the Holocaust, the Oklahoma City bombings, and the 9/11 attacks.
That's a lot.
They
do
got
everything.
their grubby little scaly hands in everything that goes on.
Well,
You know?
that's crazy.
Yeah. So I want to know, Cam, where the hell did this come from? Like, who was like, well, it's reptilians?
Yeah.
You know?
You would think that it would have probably been exposed a little sooner.
Sure.
but
I don't know.
It really became more of a conspiracy theory when it was brought to life by David Icke. This guy.
This dude.
British dude.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, he's super weird. There's a documentary on him. I kind of started to watch a little bit.
Oh,
of
did
it.
you?
Yes.
Nice.
He's the thing about these people, they're like really charismatic, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, wow, yeah, he's pretty good.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah. This dude knows. Yeah.
Contemporary belief in reptilians is mostly linked to this guy, David Icke, who first published the book The Biggest Secret. That's a catchy title.
Yeah.
In 98. Icke alleged that the same interconnecting bloodlines have controlled the planet for thousands of years, as the book description says. The book suggests that blood-drinking reptilians of extraterrestrial origin had been controlling the world for centuries, or have been, or are, and even originated the Illuminati,
What?
a fictitious group. Is it fictitious, though?
That's what I'm saying. Is it fictitious?
I don't know. World leaders that the conspiracy theorists say control the world.
Okay.
David Icke has been an icon of conspiratorial movements since he first declared himself the son of God in early 90s.
That's a bold move.
It is.
People go with it quite frequently, though. I'm Jesus.
Yeah, okay, I'm listening.
Okay, I guess I'll read your book.
You don't believe reptilians? Well, I'm son of God. Okay.
Yeah. It's just like, well, how can
Well,
I get
he
these
has
people to
something to
listen to me?
say.
Well, how can I get these buttholes to listen?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Jesus.
You believe in God? Guess what? I'm son.
Guess what? He's my dad.
Well, we're all the son of God, David. His laying out of the foundations of the idea of the New World Order is what has maintained his popularity.
Okay.
Central to this belief is the concept of reptilian human hybrids, otherwise known as lizard people or reptoids, or what was all the other ones?
Archons. Saurons.
Yeah, that was a cool one. Descended from the crossbreeding with interdimensional reptilian beings known as archons, that control Earth and its political
Machinations.
Machinations. I was like, what? Through the manipulation. Yeah. The archons wish to manipulate humans because by keeping them in constant state of fear and hate, which is abundant,
Yes, it is.
the archons are able to feed off negative energy, and that is given off. So obviously, they have a role of just pissing us all off, keeping us all irritated, mad.
They're doing a great
Because
job.
it just like fuels them. Yeah, they're crushing it.
Yeah,
the
they
last
really
3
are.
years, they have freaking probably become the most powerful they've ever been.
They've got the recipe down. They've got it,
So-
got it going on.
Yeah, check out The Biggest Secret because he talks and interviews 2 other Brits that claim to be that members of the royal family are nothing more than reptiles with crowns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a New Age philosopher. He wore only turquoise for a time and insisted being called the son of God. He says and we've talked about this before, the Anunnaki.
Yes, we need to go back to
They're
them.
actually reptiles. So we refer to them and Nibiru of coming closer,
Planet
controlling
X.
Earth. This is all reptilian. So obviously all the alien encounters, all that stuff kind of ties into the reptiles controlling the world.
Okay.
And this genius guy, David, he's the one that brought this all up. He also claims that reptilians are from Alpha Draconis. That's where they get the Draconian
That makes sense.
star system and are now hiding in underground bases and are the force behind a worldwide conspiracy against humanity. So these underground bases are controlled by aliens, well, by these reptiles, but they shapeshift and then they come out to the surface and control us all, That's kind of what he says.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's one of the top 10 most popular conspiracy theorists. So says
That's pretty cool.
American writer Vicky Santillano.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so David
that's where
Icke,
they came from.
So he's kind of the dude that really got
It really
this
brought
out
this,
there.
Yeah, he's like, I
Okay.
love reptiles. I think people are reptiles.
I just murdered.
Listen to me. I got a British accent. Super smart.
That helps.
It does.
It really does.
It does.
I don't think that the redneck accent helps us much
No.
in that regard.
No.
You know what I mean?
What you listen to? Sounds terrible. I'm out of here.
Like you got a bunch of idiots on the microphone. Yep. So let's talk about these reptilians. What is it? Where are they from? What do they want? What do they do? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, what do they really
So there's
do?
a bunch of different information online. Actually, it's a little bit hard to find, but there was a couple of websites I found that had some pretty good information here. So what I found out is that
They don't want you to know.
No. There are two types of reptilians. There's the hybrids.
There's male and female.
No. There's hybrids and there's full bloods. Okay?
That's right.
So the hybrids, like Cam was saying, they're an alleged crossbreed between humans and full-blooded reptilians. So they're too few in number to take over the planet, the reptilians are. So hence the reason they cloak their identity while manipulating world leaders and financiers behind the scenes, right? They can't just, there's not enough of them that they can just come out, take over the world, it's all good. They got to do this clandestinely. They got to get into the banks, and they got to get into the government, and they got to get into the Grammy Awards, and they got to get into the Oscars. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
So,
have you seen those videos online where they're like, look real close, and they zoom in their eyes, and they blink sideways? That's how you know.
That's how you know. So there's also a hierarchy, according to Ike, of which the full bloods or Dracos sit atop, maintaining control of the hybrids who are unaware that they are even reptilian. That's where it gets kind of crazy. These half-bloods, these hybrids, they don't even know. That's where it gets weird. Tom Hanks doesn't even know, probably. Okay? The world's most influential political figures are of the hybrid ilk, including...
So some are like basically like little puppets.
Yeah.
They don't even know they have the blood
exactly
of a reptile.
Yep.
In them.
Mm-hmm. So the most influential political figures are hybrid, including modern presidents, prime ministers, and bankers. Ike meticulously charts the bloodlines of a family called the Merovingians.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard
That's a hard one. A central connection of French nobility that links ancient Egyptian pharaohs and Roman emperors to the British royal family, U.S. presidents, and nearly every other influential political figure in the last few centuries. All came from this one family. So he says there is a mention in the Nag Hammadi of not just reptilians, but also the Greys, commonly reported as one of the less than friendly alien species humans
like
encounter.
Gandalf the Grey?
No. This is like those aliens that just have like the big bulbous head and they're gray, right?
Yeah.
So these two are manifestations of the negative acronic form, he says. Ike also points to the Old Testament, in which the Nephilim, do you remember those? I think that's how you say it. Yeah. Or the fallen ones fit into this theory of a descendant race infiltrating humanity, right? So some translations interpret the Nephilim as giants or others as fallen angels, but in both cases, they interbred with humans.
Yeah.
Very similar to what he's saying is going on with these reptilians. He says these are the reptilians.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Same thing, just kind of a little bit different. The depictions of them can be seen throughout disparate religions and cultures in antiquity.
Nephilim?
In Nephilim?
I think it's Nephilim.
Nephilim, probably. In ancient Sumer, there is a literal statue of a reptilian goddess cradling its offspring.
Of course there is.
Ancient Egypt has Apep, the serpent deity that embodies chaos and opposed light. Okay.
It's been there forever. It's right in front of our eyes.
Well, it is, Cam. In Mesoamerican culture, there was Quetzalcoatl, or Kukulkan.
I'm glad you're reading this.
The flying feathered reptile god who created the cosmos.
That's right. I've seen stuff on that.
Have you? And Indian
that was stemmed back to reptilians, huh?
Yeah, I guess. And Indian religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, speak of the Naga, a human-snake hybrid demigod that are potentially dangerous to humans. So I'm just trying to give you a little bit of a history of where all this kind of comes from. So I found another website, and this went so in depth into reptilians and their mode of operation and what they do. And I had to kind of pick and choose because it was like 30,000 words. It was insane. So one of the main things that the reptilians do here on Earth is to cause human suffering and to ensure there is constant conflict. That is their
mission
main
accomplished
objective. They've got that down. The reason they want this is because the reptilians consume negative energy. They consume it. Just like you,
That would be nice.
Just like you consume Coca-Cola or macaroni and cheese, they take jealousy,
Together.
fear, hate, anger, and even sexual energy created from perversions.
That's it.
They eat it all. Okay? They consume it all.
So essentially, it's kind of like Satan.
No, this is a this is a reptilian, okay?
This is what Christians would.
Yeah. It is believed that they're able to shapeshift to get themselves deeply involved in our government's dictation
That's
of our
such
morals.
an unfair
Yeah.
advantage of.
That's the thing.
enemy.
It's like, come on.
You can't shapeshift.
Yeah, that's got to be part of like the Nuremberg Code or whatever the hell that thing is. You know what I mean? Like you can't shapeshift anymore.
Wait a minute.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not fair.
Reptilians are responsible for all of our wars, destruction, perversions, hatred, and degradation in society since they consume the negative. The reptilians also enjoy eating human flesh and human children.
Do they really?
They're all about the kids. They like to eat the kids. That's kind of like their favorite snack.
Oh yeah.
For several reasons. One,
It's like veal, you know. It's
It is.
like really yummy.
children don't have the accumulation of pollutants in their bodies that adults do,
True that.
which makes sense.
True that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 98% pure fruit snack, which is great, right? For kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have
Sugar milk, just like
Oh,
the real
yeah.
rich, like
yeah,
powder
strawberry
form.
strawberry milkshake kind of.
Yeah.
That's what it's like, really. So that's why they like the children. And the other reason is that when children are put into a state of fear, their energy field and adrenaline hormones explodes, gets extremely high, right? Kids get scared easy. They're little babies. You're right. Cam doesn't get as scared as a little baby does.
Getting a little better.
Yeah, and so these reptilians, they get a huge high from these hormones, and they enjoy it very much. That's what it said, anyways. They enjoy it very much.
They like it lots.
Yeah, they just enjoy it. This is the reason why hundreds of thousands of children go missing every year without anyone knowing exactly what happened to any of them.
Where was the reference on that?
There wasn't like, I couldn't click on it and go to like a New York Times article or something, but they're saying there's hundreds of thousands of children.
When I was reading a lot, there was a lot of those links. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, click it. It's like, there's no webpage.
Yeah, or it goes to like some YouTube video that's like
another of the
300
same
hours long.
website.
Yeah.
I know those ones that you click on. It's like 2 hours,
Yeah.
30 minutes. You're like, dang, listen.
No, thank you. Yeah, so this is why we got a bunch of missing kids going on. Okay.
You got eaten.
So
Can't find that.
you got to know that if they capture a human, they're not just going to kill it. Like, this is not their modus operandi. They like to hold on to them. Why? Because they want to terrify them. They want to jack up their level of fear hormones.
Yeah.
That's what's the tasty stuff. That's the salt. That's the sugar.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that really gets them going. That's that hot sauce
It's like
on top.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
They're developing all that power from
that's
fear.
right. Yeah, you're right, Cameron.
I'm pretty sure a reptilian wrote that movie.
Yeah. So then when they consume the human body, the hormones impart a physiological rush, which they enjoy. It's like getting high from some kind of a drug.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Their bloodlines have a particular DNA which holds a certain information field. So this is where it starts to get a little bit weird. I had to pick and choose some of this. This is why the royal families of Europe intermarry and the leaders of banking, corporations, and politics interbreed in the United States. I did not know that. Did you know that?
No.
They're all a bunch of inbreds. Because they got to keep that DNA flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all inbreed. So this information field holds a specific
So
personality trait.
you're trying to tell me
Yeah.
Bank of America,
Yeah.
Chase,
Mhm.
all of those are interbred,
Mm-hmm.
more pure DNA reptilian.
Wells Fargo,
Yeah, Wells Fargo.
Mountain America. Yeah, it's all
Key Bank.
Key Bank for
That
sure.
even exists.
Cash Valley Bank. I don't
Rock Elder County Credit Union.
know. Yeah, these are all freaking reptilians that are interbreeding with each other.
It's crazy. Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, and we know
Keep that DNA fresh.
there's got to be at least one banker listening right now,
Yeah.
right? There's got to be at least one. And he's like, he's got these
His
vertical
side blinking are
eyelids.
just going crazy right now.
He's
He's getting pissed.
like, I had sex with my cousin, and I don't want you to talk about it. That's what the eyelids sound like.
His tail starting to whip out through the back seat.
Yeah, I broke another pair of Wranglers, babe. I don't know. Bankers
My
probably
cash
not wearing
rolls.
Wranglers.
I don't know if
My Banana Republic slacks broke out again.
yeah, the Missoula, Montana Credit Union CEO.
That'd be the only one probably
Yeah.
wearing Wranglers.
Yeah.
Casper, Wyoming Credit Union.
And Gunsmith.
Gunsmith and Blacksmith.
All your needs in one shop.
Yeah.
Mercantile.
Yeah, taxidermy, banking, blacksmithing,
Lizard breeding.
pawn shop, interbreeding lizard man.
Tickets to the Lewis and Clark cave.
The best,
Sold here.
yeah, best rates in town, boy.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Married to my cousin. Didn't you know that, did you?
No, we did, actually, because you own
Figured
everything.
that. Yeah. So these personality traits cause them to not have normal human emotion and are therefore able to carry out psychopathic behaviors without care for the people they affect. Right? So they got to keep that craziness going in their brains. That's why they have to interbreed. So the traits of a psychopath are no empathy, no remorse, no shame, parasites, pathological liars who do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Okay.
This is what these reptilians are like. I mean, how else could you bomb Gaza constantly and have no emotional impact? That's what it said anyways. Reptilian entities are devoid of imagination, which is kind of weird.
That is weird.
They are not able to develop ideas. This is where they are dependent on humans to develop new ideas and weaponry in particular.
They're genius race.
Yeah.
They control everything. They have no
They got no good
creativity.
ideas. They just can't come up with ideas.
I don't know how we end up on top.
Yeah, man, that was lucky. Must be all the interbreeding. I don't know.
Man,
How did we get here?
That was lucky. We control everything somehow. I don't know what to do with it all.
Who had this idea? Who was it? Which one of
Thank
you?
goodness I got all these servants.
Yeah,
Come up with ideas.
it makes no sense.
That
but
makes absolutely no sense.
they are, however, obsessed with ritual.
Okay.
This is why they have carried out rituals like sacrificing children throughout
Yeah,
history,
always.
right? Their obsession with ritual extends to things like royal weddings and coronations. They love royal weddings. They love coronations.
What is this? I'm excited about it.
It's just, it makes no sense.
It's like a happy thing, too.
I know.
It's like a wedding. It's happy. They're not
They
going to
love-
feed off from that, but they love it.
They just love it. Just like
Somebody's got their ideas crossed
it's
here.
the pageantry of it all,
Oh,
you
that's
know?
true.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better than eating a baby and then watching a wedding. You know what I mean?
Eating a baby while you're watching.
With
the
a cousin.
Yeah.
Or half sister or something. I don't know.
It's a good combo.
They are obsessed with things like the procession of the Knights of the Garter and the inauguration of the President of the United States.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
don't know what the procession of the Knights of the Garter is.
I don't either.
That's not a thing I know, but I know what
Sounds pretty-
I know what the inauguration is.
Yeah, I kind of know.
You got that down.
Yep.
But I don't know what the other thing is. These rituals go through to the regular church services and ceremonies conducted by secret societies. They like that stuff. The reptilians are also massively advanced scientifically and were able to genetically modify human beings into what we are today.
Sounds pretty creative to me.
That's what I'm going through this going like, wait, now. They figured this out.
I got an idea. I don't usually get these.
This is a
let's-
first. Give me a paper and a pencil and a baby. It's going to be here all night writing this down. So I'm going to turn on Diana's wedding. I'm going to get through this idea. All right.
Oh, man.
They were also able to artificially inseminate humans with their children and alter the DNA of the Cro-Magnon man.
Started in the very, very beginning.
That's how you do it. You get it right at the beginning. The hybrid bloodlines became known as the demigods of ancient times.
Cool.
So when it comes to shapeshifting, here's the thing. They're not like literally changing from
Right.
Cam to a lizard, right?
That's what I would think, too.
But it's
yeah.
not. It's energetic information,
Okay.
okay?
What is that?
Let me tell you. These reptilian bloodlines, their energy. Shapeshifting is not taking place in the solid to solid, but rather the decoding system in the brain. Okay?
I'm following you.
Okay, keep listening. What's shifting is the energetic information. So these bloodlines are vibrational energy in their prime form. These hybrid bloodlines were created for the very reason to be able to travel between dimensions. Okay?
Oh.
Yes, they are a genetic shell not far outside visible light to possess these bodies to take over their mental processes. The secret society networks manipulate these people into power, okay? So,
I don't understand, but I believe you.
okay, it is what it is.
That's one of those like, wow, he's so smart. Listen to the words.
Uh-huh.
I believe it.
The reptilian entities are not all powerful, guys. What they are doing
When
is
you have like multiple choice, the longest answer, which
That's
is what you
gotta
just
be
explained,
right.
it's got to be this one.
gotta be this. Energetic information. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Just
no
makes
one's ever
sense.
said that, so it has to be the right answer.
What they're doing is manipulating this reality from just outside of this reality and using these hybrid bloodlines to do it. They are doing it by getting humans to imprison themselves. What they have done is to create fault lines like race, religion, income brackets to play off against each other, and they create wars.
It's true.
All kinds of different wars. So, thousands of years ago, think about it. Thousands of years ago, Cameron, the reptilian beings from the constellations Orion, Sirius, and Draco, this is where they came from, intervened on planet Earth and began interbreeding with humans. It happened a very long time ago.
So it's like these were different. They were all in a different location.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Same idea.
Communicated. My cousins and Draco, they're coming in.
Yeah. They're getting on with these people, and then these ones over here, they're getting on with those people.
Yeah.
Then those people make other people, but they're only half-breeds.
Okay.
Not physically, however, but rather through the manipulation of human coding
Yeah.
or DNA.
I had something on that too.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
Ike states that it is no coincidence that humans have fundamental
They're perverts,
reptilian
but
genetics. That's why you ever heard like the lizard brain?
Yeah.
People say that.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay.
Makes sense.
So David Icke, in his book, The Biggest Secret, he had a really interesting passage that I wanted to read to you because I think it really kind of hits home how this whole reptilian thing is. So while researching his book, he was introduced to Christine Fitzgerald, a brilliant and gifted healer who was a close friend and confidant of Princess Diana for 9 years. Okay. Because of Christine's understanding of the esoteric, Diana was able to talk to her about matters she would not dare share with anyone else for fear of being dubbed crazy, right?
Right.
It is clear that Diana knew about the true nature of the royal family's genetic history and the reptilian control. Her nicknames for the Windsors were the Lizards and the Reptiles.
Really?
That's what she says. And she used to say, in all seriousness, they're not human. There is a very good reason for Diana using this description of the Windsors. Okay? So, she remembered clearly a
Diana
ritual.
knew it.
Yeah. A ritual she attended at Clarence House, the Queen Mother's home near Buckingham Palace, in which Diana was shown who the Windsors really are. It took place in the first 7 days of July of 1981, just before Diana and Charles were married on the 29th. This period is the last 7 days of the cycle of the oak tree.
She didn't back out.
Nope. According to esoteric law, this ritual is called the Awakening of the Bride. I'd watch that movie. Sounds like a good movie.
Tim Burton.
That's probably Tim Burton. It's gotta be. This is a ritual for all. Probably has a great soundtrack.
Yeah, I would.
I would think. Yeah. This is
Danny Elfman.
Yeah, Danny Elfman for sure. This is a ritual for all females of the 13 bloodlines who are going to be in publicly high positions, and they marry reptilians to produce the new generation of rulers. So she says that the Queen Mother, the Queen, Prince Philip, Lady Fermoy, Diana's father, Earl Spencer, Prince Charles, and Camilla Barker Bowles were all present when Diana was brought into the room.
Wow.
Okay? She was wearing a white gown, and a drug had been administered by Lady Fermoy. Diana was told that she should consider her union with Prince Charles as only a means to produce heirs and nothing else. Arizona says that Prince Philip and Queen Mother then shapeshifted into reptiles to show Diana who they really were.
But by mental means. By like.
This is energetic information, Cameron. This is not
not
literal.
Visual, not.
No, you see it. But it's just your brain seeing it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Diana was terrified.
Bet.
But she stayed quiet. She said, Diana was told that if she ever revealed the truth about them, she would be killed. Maybe like in a car accident,
Yeah.
in a tunnel,
Yeah.
What do you think, Cam?
Yeah.
Okay, she said the Queen Mother now. That's a
I just
series.
pictured like the royal family on a big like canvas,
Uh-huh.
and they just turned it a little.
Oh,
you know,
gosh.
like those those like books that.
Now stare through it and don't focus your eyes. It's like one of those 3D pictures
That don't work.
that don't work. No,
I
she's
could
like,
never get those
those
like
are so
magic
hard.
eye ones. I'm
Yeah.
like, I
Just
got a headache. I got
Yeah.
a headache. Yeah, I just figured it's like one of
Yeah.
those like
those
they
are like,
pull a little piece of like
Yeah.
paper out the side and then it changes it over as a reptile.
this is how we really are. Ha-ha.
It's just what?
It's just a bunch of lizards in clothing. What is this?
I thought Prince Philip was also a vampire. Did you hear that? So
Well,
that makes sense as a reptile.
So there is some. I think I'm going to get to some of this.
Good,
okay,
good.
Possibly.
Because there's a lot of people that believed he was
Yeah.
a
Makes total
vampire.
sense.
But reptiles eat humans. Makes sense now.
Does, yeah. So the Queen Mother, now that's a serious piece of wizardry. The Queen Mother is a lot older than most people think. To be honest, the royal family hasn't died for a long time. They have just metamorphosized. Okay? It's a sort of cloning, but in a different way.
Yeah.
They take pieces of flesh and rebuild the body from one little bit.
Whoa. One little bite?
Bit. Not bite. One little bit of the body. And they make a new body. Because it's lizard, because it's cold-blooded, it's much easier for them to do Frankenstein shit than it is for us.
That's true.
That is a quote from that article, by the way. I did not change that. That was 100% from the article.
It sums it all up at the end there. The most powerful portion of that.
So that's
Because of
kind
cold blooded, we can do a lot more Frankenstein.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So, one last thing I got to say about this. All U.S. presidents are related to King John of England. I don't know how that can be true.
I
but
don't
they say-
think so.
They say
Yeah,
that
yes,
it's true.
okay.
This means that all of them are related to the Windsors and Vlad the Reptilian.
Who's Vlad the Reptilian?
The same bloodline controls the entire planet, all of them having undulated reptilian extraterrestrial DNA. Inside the secret societies, the high-ranking members know the truth. They understand their origins and respect the ancient agenda, mankind's enslavement.
Dang.
Yeah, so
I need some I should get some student loan reimbursement. 'Cause I bet you I'm 164th reptilian.
Yeah, but those are, they're coming from
Diluted.
reptiles. I guess your student loan, probably.
That's true.
Interbred. Yeah.
Bank loan.
Yeah. So I don't really know.
That's
Nothing.
crazy. That is probably the most detail
Yeah.
anyone will ever get on reptiles.
I would think so too. But before we move on, Cam, I got to tell you about Off the Grid Surplus.
Yeah.
These bros knows. I don't know where that came from, but it is what it is. They
sure do.
they got to put that on their front page of their website now.
Us bros knows.
Us pros and those. Dude, they're flannels. I wore it again the other day. I'm impressed.
Everything they make is freaking good.
They got pockets.
Their gray denims right now are $36.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. The
Oh,
gray
crap.
ones look cool.
Is that with
the
our
little
discount?
zipper. No, it's probably more than that.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. Y'all have to try it.
You got to try it. But so remember, our discount has changed. It's now Casual Preppers 15.
Yeah.
And that gets you that 15% off. But I just can't tell you how much I love their clothing.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? If they made underwear, I'd buy their underwear, but they don't make underwear.
I would too.
So just go get
my
it.
wife, she needs to get some of those.
They've got the
pants.
girl pants.
I know.
Yeah.
Telling her, use your birthday money
And get it done.
and go get you some. off
Yeah,
the grid.
exactly. So go to their site, offthegridsurplus.com. Get an extra 15% off with our code CasualPreppers15. You're going to love it. You're going to be happy.
Their stuff's amazing.
You're going to be able to stash lots of things in case of the Reptilian War.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
We should have actually done a section in this of how to defeat them.
I know.
You know?
That's what it's like. We know how to. Well, I'm going to talk about how to recognize them.
Okay, that's
But
great.
there's no way of preventing or protecting yourself from them.
I see.
It's just so hard.
But I mean, if you can
fine.
recognize them, I guess that's good.
Pull their tail off.
Yeah, I just go to the bank, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and get one of your kids to marry into that.
Yeah. Do you think like bank tellers and everything
Or interbred.
are kind of or are they just not? They're just working for them.
I think they're just working.
They got to be like high level.
It's all the ones that are in their
bankers.
little offices in the back
Yeah,
you
like-
can't ever talk
like
to.
loan officers,
Yeah.
maybe.
The room's super, super hot because they're
Yeah,
cold blooded.
that's right. Yeah, it's probably true, huh?
So
Yeah.
weirdos.
Okay, so what do we like? What am I supposed to look for? When
Yeah,
I'm trying to
like
spot
I was
these guys?
mentioning, you've got sometimes if you can slow down camera, you can slow down the video. Sometimes you can see like their eyes kind of
because they don't
blinking
need to
sideways.
blink a lot, right?
No, they don't. They don't, and they have normal eyelids.
Yeah.
But anyway, even if a person has, like you had mentioned this, has compatible bloodlines, they will not become a reptilian unless a reptilian entity inhabits their physical body.
Oh,
Which is super weird. I don't understand that. But
interesting.
so
Okay.
they're not really reptilian until they kind of get taken over as a,
How do they do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's all through brain waves and
Informational
pulsations
pulse
and thrusting.
heart probably thrusting. It's not real thrusting. It's informational thrusting.
Yeah. Very different.
Yeah, it's on a different.
I went to
wavelength.
college to get informational thrusting.
I got a master's in informational thrusting.
It's weird.
Yeah,
But it's very effective.
got me to where I am today.
It's very effective.
Mhm.
Thousands of years ago, the reptilian beings from the constellations Orion, Sirius, or Orion, Draco, Orion. I don't know where I got Orion. Never read it that way
Orion.
before. Intervened on planet Earth, began
Yeah.
interbreeding with humans. And this is like what you're saying, not
Yeah.
physically, however, but rather through manipulation of the human coding or DNA.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ike states that there is no coincidence that humans have fundamental reptilian genetics within their brain.
Yeah.
It's in their brain. It's in your brain. Okay? It is easy to tell when you have someone you know, or to have someone you know if they've been possessed by a reptile. It's easy to tell, apparently.
Okay.
Predominance of green or hazel eyes that change color like chameleon. You know those eyes, like people that have those eyes, you're like, oh, are those brown?
Yeah.
Wait, are those green?
Well, your eyes are kind of different, weird
Yeah,
colors.
I'm a reptile.
Because
Haven't you seen one eye's like chameleon? It's like,
Yeah.
look.
I don't see that it's just a different color,
Yeah, I got two
Right?
different color eyes.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
But also blue eyes. Somehow that
Okay.
got thrown in there.
All right.
Um,
I have blue eyes.
Piercing eyes
Mine-
is usually a sign of a reptilian.
So, but how do you describe piercing eyes? Like, really? Like, what?
People stare through your, like, stare into your soul.
Like,
type.
they're looking at a 3D picture, magic eye picture. Those kind of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ones that are eating cereal and just staring off.
Yeah, I do that all the
I
time.
know. True red or reddish hair.
Ah, the gingers.
Yeah.
The ginger race.
A sense of not belonging to the human race.
Oh, I get that
It's
all
like-
the time. There's no way in hell I'm supposed to be with these people. Right?
That one's funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just don't feel like you fit in with
Yeah.
the human race, it's
Sure.
probably because you don't, partly because you have reptilian DNA in your brain.
You're a half-blood prince.
Yeah. But you can't change into that until they decide.
All right.
Low blood pressure.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's not me.
Well, that rules
Ow.
that rules out most males. So most females are
Low blood pressure.
yeah.
Okay.
Deep compassion for fate of mankind.
Okay.
I kind of get that sometimes.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I'll wipe them all out.
Yeah.
Fine, you don't want to do this, you want to do that.
Huh.
I don't know if that deep compassion is ill-fated or
I think it's more on the good side. Like, oh,
you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's not me.
Okay.
Just kidding. I want the good for all mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Keen sight or hearing.
Oh, my dad used to call me Eagle Eye.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah. What about smelling? I used to be really sensitive to that.
You had a good sniffer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Psychic abilities.
Okay.
ESP, like
And?
Dongo, you know.
Yeah.
Unexplained scars on the body. You don't know
That's
where
a
that
weird
came
one.
from. Just weird.
I don't know anybody. I got a scar. I don't know where it came
Yeah.
from.
This one that passes through my eye down into my cheek. Don't know where it came
Woke
from.
up one day, there it was.
Yeah. UFO connections. Either been abducted or they've seen a lot of UFOs.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Capability to disrupt electrical appliances.
Okay.
You know, you're typing in 1.5 minutes to cook your ramen noodles and it just like shorts out.
Get out of the kitchen. You keep ruining the toaster.
Coffee maker keeps quitting. Get out of there. Love of space and science.
Oh, gosh.
All
dang.
reptilians just love space because
I
that's where
kind
they're
of do.
from.
Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, he's full on reptilian.
I think so.
Although he's pretty creative, so it doesn't make any sense.
yeah,
He must be
half blood.
Yeah, he's got to be half blood. Alien contacts
What's
in
it-
their
what-
phone, I guess.
Like you can just like call up an alien or something.
They've been in contact with him, I guess. There's
got-
been some kind of alien abduction.
Got
maybe.
their email.
Yeah. So, here's a few, like celebrities or presidents that are suspected to be reptilian and some of
Okay.
their traits.
Sure.
Obama possessed several of these traits that we talked about. Even during an interview, he killed a fly. Did you ever see that? I watched the video of it. He was like talking during the interview and he just like grabs a fly.
Really?
And he like, yeah. And they're like, only a reptilian would be able to kill
I'm
a fly
surprised
like
he would
that.
kill an animal on.
That's true. That's true.
And even if it's an insect.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought I had more on him down here, I think. But yeah, like there's a whole bunch of other little traits. We'll get into that. And here's some of the things that may that could help you decide if you are possibly a reptilian. Do you have green or hazel eyes that change color?
Those are all
Maybe
the
even
things.
blue eyes. Do you have piercing eyes? Do you have? They're all the same, aren't
They're
they?
all the same.
Psychic abilities.
Yeah.
ESP,
Uh-huh.
UFO connections, alien contacts. And I was thinking about it. Like we went to the Phenomicon,
Mhm.
and there was like all of our interests, and some of us possess this. I think we have DNA in us
Probably.
from reptiles. So
Yeah, probably.
I sure hope that it leads to some control
I hope so
and
too.
some power.
That would be
but
great
That would be awesome.
to get something good out of it.
How many people in the world do you think believe in lizard people?
I'll bet you it's in the high 30s,
Yeah,
39, maybe 40 people.
4%.
4% of the
The
world?
population, yeah, 12,500,000 people believe in reptilians as being in control.
Is that 4% of the world? Does that math come out?
That's what it came out to be.
Okay. That's a lot of people, though.
That's what all the website says.
12
4% of the population.
12 million people.
Can't imagine it was just Americans. It's probably like 60% in America.
Wow.
But that's a lot.
That is a lot.
4% of the world.
Yeah.
So famous possible reptilians.
Yes.
So Barack Obama, like I was saying, his eyes are usually not blue or green.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they change a little bit if you look at different pictures. According to his doctors, he has low blood pressure.
Makes sense.
President doesn't wear glasses or hearing aids, so he's like has really sharp senses.
Okay.
He has an unexplained scar. He talked about it in one of the interviews.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What?
I have no idea why. Even his teleprompter sometimes breaks. Like he shorts things out.
Sure.
And he loves science, and especially kids science. Tists. Have no idea what that meant.
Okay.
Joe Biden,
Yeah.
old Joe.
Yeah.
3 days after Biden took office, there was a spike in UFO sightings in his home state.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They were celebrating.
'Kay.
Finally, we got a reptile from home state
Yes.
getting in there. He likes science,
Okay.
and Biden knows aliens.
He does?
Yeah.
Because he
didn't-
knows Obama?
I don't know. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Mitt Romney is another one. I don't have anything on him.
Okay.
Donald Rumsfeld
Okay.
is reptilian. Ted Cruz, and I believe this one.
Okay.
He is the weirdest person
He's pretty
I
weird.
think ever.
He's pretty weird.
And I have a few things on here about him that, for one woman endeavoring to get to the bottom of the confusion, Tammy Talpas, after finding
name.
out that Cruz, who is her senator, was scheduled to speak at a campaign stop in Austin ahead of his upcoming midterm battle against Democrat. This was back a while,
Yeah.
but she is filmed asking Cruz to submit DNA tests to end the speculation for once and for all if he is actually human.
Wow.
So she was like, "Look, if I'm going to vote for you, I need to know,
Wow,
are
that's
you a
weird.
reptile?" And these are some of the reasons on Huffington Post
Oh, of course. Yeah.
of why he's possibly a reptilian. Awkward moments that he can't seem to figure out how to hold Carly Fiorina's hand. And you should watch some of these. Like,
Really?
he is super awkward. Someone from inside U.S. Congress anonymously edited the Wikipedia page for lizard people.
What?
That's been proven somehow. Yeah.
Wow.
He looks incredibly uncomfortable at all times. Like when he stands, he's like got his arms down
Yeah.
his side.
It's
like,
pretty weird. Yeah.
He looks like somebody's in control of his body.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't even properly hug his human daughter. Have you seen his interaction with his family?
Yeah.
It's like
he's weird. He's just an awkward guy.
He's super awkward.
Yeah.
He wants human race to procreate as fast as possible. So he wants just more people to get pissed off, and
Okay.
he struggles to comprehend human culture.
Okay. Okay.
He eats his own excretions for sustenance. There's videos on that. Like, has this booger, and he just like,
No.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Even his own family doesn't seem too keen on him. Like, they feel like he's a foreigner.
Yeah, I feel like my family feels the same way
I
about
know,
me
that's
sometimes.
true. Especially with this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's just these little signs
Sure.
with all these like prominent, important people.
Yeah, makes sense.
George W. Bush, Queen Elizabeth, William Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
Madonna,
Slick Willie. Madonna.
Britney Spears is also
Yes.
suspected to be. She's weird.
She's pretty weird.
Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
Her face even looks a little reptilian.
Yeah.
And Katy Perry. I don't know why that's in there.
Because.
Hillary Clinton, but and then George W. Bush talked about that.
Yeah.
All the Clintons, actually, Bill and Hillary, are both reptilians.
So what that means, Chelsea is as well, right? The
Oh,
daughter.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Huh.
But yeah, so those are the easy ways you can spot
Okay.
a reptilian. It's just those basics of, they're into science.
Mm-hmm.
They've had UFO encounters.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those,
Yeah.
be happy you've got a little DNA in you that you may be controlled at
I
one
wonder
point.
if you could do a test like 23andMe or something.
There's
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See if it comes up.
There's some calculators, but they're just the same questions that I just
Oh, really?
went over. So,
Okay.
anyways,
Interesting.
That's all I really had on
That's
there.
reptilians.
Reptilians, I don't know how to defend yourself against those,
That's
because
the
if
thing.
they just control your mind
Yeah.
and like thrust into your
Information
knowledge
thrust.
bank,
Yeah. That information thrust is rough to. I don't know how
there's
you
no way you can
counteract it.
stop that.
Yeah.
Even if you already, it's like activating, cancer genes in your brain. It's
Yeah.
like you can't protect yourself from that.
It is what it is.
So, anyways, there's a lot of reptilians out there.
Okay.
Hopefully, they use you in a good way. Because
Yeah.
there's no way to stop it.
And if you are a reptilian, please shoot us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Or a
Yeah.
banker.
And if you have any alien contacts, could you
Yeah.
forward those? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot them an email.
Yeah, or maybe just like their LinkedIn profile or
Right.
something so I could connect on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Cam, I want you to imagine this, okay? The grid is down. Your hometown is just devastated by a natural disaster, a reptilian invasion, or you stopped to help a car that broke down on the side of the road. Would you have what you needed to deliver a baby, human or reptilian? Would you?
I would.
You wouldn't. Well, you would, but most people wouldn't. So the combat midwife developed the perfect kit to add to your preps, the official combat midwife birth kit. Brought to you by Medical Gear Outfitters will give you peace of mind in a chaotic world, Cameron.
Yeah.
Our new world consists of COVID, quarantines, overrun hospitals, reptilian invasions, information thrusting. Babies are unpredictable about when they decide to join us in this crazy world. A birth kit is just what you need to be prepared for any labor and delivery emergency. The movies lie to you because they're all reptilians in the movies. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie,
Full on.
full on. You need more than a newspaper and a shoestring to deliver a baby. It is what it is. The Combat Midwife Birth Kit is what you need to care for the lady you love in any SHTF birth situation. This kit is user-friendly. All these items included are exactly what the Combat Midwife takes to every birth. And now you have access to them too. You will never be caught unprepared again. Buy this kit and all of your family's medical gear needs at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Learn more about the Combat Midwife and how to use this kit at combatmidwife.com and use our coupon code CasualPreppers, and you're going to get 10% off all the gear at medicalgearoutfitters.com.
And there's a lot of gear on there.
They do. They have a lot of good stuff.
Like, even if you don't think you're going to end up delivering a baby,
Yeah.
there is some great gear in there.
You're right. You're not
check it
wrong.
out.
Check it out,
And
man.
enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's reptilians. That's what
Yeah.
we have.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck out there.
Boy, yeah. And so, please, if you are a reptilian, if you know a reptilian, if you've interbred, if you had the information thrust happen to you, any of these things, please shoot us an email because we want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Please subscribe.
Vote Reptilian 2024.
Stay survived.